Stratters. Welcome to the first match with Esper Stoneblade in Legacy. Yeah, this hand will not do. This hand is not spectacular since we don't have a fetch land, but I guess that's an interesting one. Do we keep that? That could run away with a game really fast. I still think we put it on the bottom. Not knowing what we're up against, GTA could be good, GTA could be excellent, it could be really bad. I don't really know. I mean, there's so many matchups where GTA is just not that fantastic, so my Deathright Shaman is going down, perhaps? No, but Divining Top. Very interesting. Ooh, a Thoughtseize. Yeah. I kinda like the Thoughtseize. I think I wanna spew it off right now. Okay, so we have Swords, Snap, Jace, Brain, Counterbalance, Volcanic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we will have to take the Counterbalance. Yes. And I think I'm actually I'm fine brainstorming right now. Okay. So let's put these back. And then we can bash for one. You're gonna draw. Okay. There's the Volcanic. And the Counterbalance is gone. I assume. Okay, draw Ponder. I assume this is gonna die. If it's not, then I'm probably just slamming Jace. It's not dying. Very interesting. Still think I'm just gonna go for Jace. Let's grab Tundra. Let's exile your land. Grab a white, sure. I mean, we could be spell pierced here, but or forced, obviously. But if we're not, and I actually think I'm gonna go up, targeting myself. They usually don't run lightning bolts, but why gamble? And there is no point in targeting my opponent since he has top and brainstorm. I mean, come on. Did he kept with Ponder? Let's see. Brainstorm. Top. To not shuffle. Okay. Yes. That would be a bad card. So, what I would like to do is obviously brainstorm, but you can't get everything. There's the counterbalance. Alright. Well, Jace is kinda good for that. Still think he's draw. Since my hand is so bad. Yuck. Let's put back 2 lands. Do we play Ponder? I guess we don't really have to. Let's just pass. Now I'm fine using my Deathright Shaman for better purposes. And we do have click to mess with the counterbalance, which is good. Alright. eat. So as far as we know, we should have Snapcaster, Jace, Brainstorm. I think now will be a good time to play my click. See if it resolves. They don't run that many threes. And they don't really want to put top on top when I have Jace in play. So if this resolves, which it might, we don't know yet. So you're gonna blind that, revealing Scalding Tarn, okay. Let's see what you're working with here. You're gonna Brainstorm? Sure. That is fine by me. So let's see what you have. Brainstorm and 3 lands. Okay. Snapcaster, Jace. Probably on top then. Unless he has Shuffle something, but I don't think he has. Brainstorm, Scalding, Flooded, Married. So, do I take Brainstorm here? That will leave a 2 or a 4 on top. I think that's fine. I think Brainstorm is the best card of the ones he showed me, so. So let's go for a Ponder and see what my opponent does about that. He does nothing. Good, good. And I will shuffle. Yes. Alright, let's cast the Deathrite Shaman and see what my opponent does. Okay, it will resolve. And then I think we can draw cards again. You, still bad, huh? We will attack. I guess we can just play my second Deathrite Shaman, yeah. So a Terminus is obviously the bad card here, but we will get to untap before that happens. Yep, that's fine. And you can plow whatever you like. Yep. And I'm pretty sure I just go for an Underground Sea here. Definitely shuffling when I have 2 bad cards on top. A True Name Nemesis. I like it. But I don't think I need to do that much right now. Could cast that. Yeah, sure. No, yeah, that's fine. Let's cast that, see what happens. You're gonna do something. Basic Island and top. They have more 2s than they have what, 3s for sure. Stoneforge Mystic, yep. It's good to know about. So you drew Stoneforge. There's the Jace. Stoneforge. I think it's fine to force this. It's not that True Name Nemesis is a bad card, but I still think it's better to try to stop this. I do need more cards in the graveyard anyway. And I know my opponent's last 2 cards, so they have to shuffle and find a Force of Will on top. Or blind, yeah, they can blind blind hit as well. They did not. They didn't even use the ability. Okay. So I can eat my opponent's brainstorm and then eat, and you don't even attack. Okay. I'm fine with that. I would take my own Force of Will, sure. Yeah, I'm gonna brainstorm again. Don't getting that lucky on the brainstorms, but I guess it's fine. So you have Stoneforge, Arid Mesa, and whatever card you're about to draw. Yeah, I'm fine with fighting. It's very... yeah, my opponent has like no life left, so cracking fetches is not something they want to do. Overall, this feels pretty good right now. Even if this resolves. Because I can burn them for... yeah, I have enough spells. Even if this gets countered. Even if they have a Swords to Plowshares, I win. So... did you get it? You're still going, huh? I'm not certain that this Stoneforge is worth this much to you. Counterbalance with Stoneforges. Did we get there? We did not. Alright. I guess you can... no, you can't even. You're gonna play another top, sure. And no pressure on my Jace. Eat counterspell. Yeah. Okay. Flusterstorm could be good. Abrupt Decay is definitely in. Needle is in. Relics I don't think is good enough. Souls could be a potential actually. Together with Notion Thief. Persecution no. Spell Quellers I like as well because they have a strange mana cost and dodges stuff like Spell Pierce, which is good. What can we remove? It's kinda dangerous to remove all our Swords of Plowshares. We can cut at least one Jace. We could cut all the Force of Wills. Actually, I'm gonna do that. And bring in at least these 4. This stops tops, it stops counterbalance. Flusterstorm might not be good. So do I want any of these? Tassigur is good for what he is. He has a good mana cost as well. And Jita is not spectacular. I guess we can cut that. Guess we can cut down on the Stoneforges as well. But then we don't have that many. I guess we can cut down on like 2 Swords of Plowshares. Bring in Lingering Souls. And Spell Quellers. I want to bring in the last Spell Queller. We could remove a Spell Pierce, but they're still pretty good. But they get bad in the late game, sure. Let's do a complete overhaul. This is fine. See, we only need 1 Spell Pierce. This hand is actually pretty solid. We don't get to cast this since we have Caracas, but we're protected against a lot of things here. We can spell pierce the first counterbalance. We can lingering souls. Yep. And take it from there. Second Snapcaster is not super good, but they will be later on. Basic planes obviously means that they can't play counterbalance. Yep. I guess I could play... If they're gonna go for like a ponder, I'm probably piercing that. No land. Very interesting. And a Deathrite. Okay, let's go for the Deathrite. Think underground. We need black. Yes. We could be victim to a blood moon, but with decay, with Deathrite, with spell pierce, I think we're fine. And there's a Tundra. So you did not use the top to draw a card. You didn't use it upkeep. Well, there is my one of Swords to Plowshares. I think we just go for Lingering Souls. And keep mana open for spell pierce. I think he has a Swords to Plowshares, maybe. I would like to not use the land in the graveyard though. No Swords to Plowshares. No activation of top. There is the Stoneforge. It will resolve. You're gonna get Bear Skull. Yep. That is fine. Not a Deathrite. So let's start out with an attack. And then we will play Swords to Plowshares. I could do it on his turn, but I think this is fine. And then we will... are we playing... I don't think we're playing anything. I might play an empty Snapcaster. Even though I have plenty of stuff in hand, I don't wanna like spew everything onto the board and then get not Supreme but Terminus. That seems like a bad plan. Now we have Spell Pierce up, Abrupt Decay up. We can Snapcaster Swords to Plowshares if we want to. I would like not to do that if possible. You have a Swords, and that is fine. Pretty sure I used Snapcaster here for no value. Oh, there's a counterbalance. That's fine. Pierce that. Oh, the timing. Had my opponent used the swords next turn instead, that would have been great. I guess if he has another one... Oh, he has a Jace. Yeah, Jace is in play. Not sure what you're gonna do with it, but... Bounce Deathrite. Fate Seal me, sure. Do I get to keep the card? This kinda tells me what kind of player I'm up against as well. I mean, if he lets me have a Jace, for example. Probably not a Jace, but I get it to the bottom. Yeah, so let's flash in Snapcaster Mage for no value, but enough to take down the Jace. I could play my own Jace here, but I'd rather just attack. Then we can keep Snapcaster Spell Pierce up. Not that it gets that much, but it gets another Jace. Yite. Sure. Ooh, that's kinda interesting. It sure is. So I will attack for 4. Probably not do much else. I can have Snapcaster Spell Pierce up, I can have Swords to Plowshares up, I can use Deathrite to eat something if I want to. He could have an empty Snapcaster Mage, for example. Doesn't seem too unlikely, but okay. I mean, because that would be a plan. Flash it in, equip, attack, I have to trade, and then he kills like Snapcaster and a Spirit. It's a pretty good value. Do we get a Terminus? No, we do not. We get a second counterbalance, which I think is resolving. Kinda wanna free up my Deathrite Shaman a bit. Double planes is kinda awkward. Exile Flood Strand for a green. So I'm doing this because if I play Spell Queller and he has Swords to Plowshares, that's really bad for me. Maybe he even has multiple, and that would be even worse. Guess he doesn't have that many cards, but yeah. Oh, another land. So now we can eat and still have Spell Queller up. Yeah, it seems good. Kinda like this deck, it's pretty strong. So Spell Queller, I currently don't have anything that can handle Terminus, but I can actually handle a Supreme Verdict, which is kind of fun. So you kept that off your top because you had bad cards, I assume? So if my opponent would play like a Jace here, would I Spell Queller it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, definitely. I'd probably Spell Queller anything my opponent threw at me. Let's eat... no, let's eat my own Swords to Plowshares. I'm not in the mood of getting this spell Snapcastered. Exiling sorcerers is fine. Exiling instants, that's dangerous. So now you can't use your fetch land. I guess you can, but yeah, okay. Thanks for watching, I'll bring you more as soon as
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, it really helps us out. You can find us on Twitter at MagicGathStrat, Facebook /MagicGatheringStrat, or on the web, magicgatheringstrat.com. There you can find articles and free prize-supported leagues. This is all brought to you by our Patreons and cardhoarder.com. If you enjoyed this content, please consider supporting us at patreon.com/MagicGatheringStrat.